Welcome back to another episode of the Natty Teacher. I'm, of course, your host, the Natty Teacher. And today is a new beginning. We're coming off of a deload. That's awesome. That's great. So we're back into the gym hard today. We have a little bit of a different setup for our workout today. So again, awesome. A little bit different. But then on top of that, guys, summer school is over. I go back to work, not next week, but the week after. And that's initially when I was going to end this summer school series, because that's just when I went back to school, and I was going to be like, something about like the fall, or, do some other little series like that or whatever. I'm like, you know what? No. We're doing a big overarching series here for what my first really big goal in bodybuilding is, okay? Like really, really big. Obviously, winning an overall is like my next goal. For natural competitive bodybuilding, in classic physique, that is like I want to win a classic physique overall, which is challenging. If you win one of those, especially when you have quite a few competitors, in the show, it's a tough thing to do. But my overarching goal is to become a professional natural bodybuilder within a natural federation. Specifically, how the IFBB is now putting together a branch for natural bodybuilders. That's my goal. That is my goal. So, our new series, this is episode 1 of Road to Natty Pro. Sounds like a heck of a goal because it is. It is a heck of a goal, but that's the whole point, man. If you're not chasing unrealistic goals and pursuing unrealistic goals, man, you ain't having fun. Who cares what other people think? I don't care. The only people I care about, about what they think is God, my wife, my kid, and my family and friends. But I really only have the people I call friends are my family. I have a very small group of friends. Okay, and of course I care what people think about me. Yes, of course, and I want feedback and opinions and all that. But at the same time, it's more I just want to set these unrealistic goals and chase them because man, that's exciting. So this is episode 1 of Road to Natty Pro. Today we got a heavy push A session. I can't wait. Top set of our first exercise, which will be a good old school pec deck, as I just pulled into the gym, is coming at you right about now. All right, as promised, pec deck on the docket. This was our top set here. Again, guys, I have found for me, again, this is for me, not for y'all necessarily, but for me, I like to keep that pec deck in that 10 to 15, maybe 10 to 20 rep range. 10 to 15 seems to be the sweet spot for both progressing as far as strength goes, beating that logbook properly, of course, and also really actually getting the most out of this exercise. So top set here, went up 10 pounds from our last heavy week, and I believe we still hit a set of like 13. So that was good. Again, really emphasizing that nice stretch, but not stretching back too far to where we're putting a lot of tension on the front delts. We want to keep that tension on the chest, make sure we control that eccentric, get that nice full stretch, and then bring those handles dang near close, if not all the way together, and squeeze those chest fibers together. It's a phenomenal exercise to get your chest days going and go from there. So this one we did our top set here, and then we dropped the weight roughly about 20% and did a back off set there, also for a set of 13. So again, keeping those reps a little bit in that higher range. Felt awesome though. So 1 top set, 1 back off set. That is absolutely more than enough. If you want to do 2 top sets, you absolutely can. But I found for me, 1 top set and 1 back off set seems to be that sweet spot for the pec deck. Then moved on to a low incline Smith. This is the heaviest I've gone on a low incline Smith, well, ever actually. So this was 2 1/4 here, and we did a triple. Felt good. Usually I don't go for rep ranges that low, but I just wanted to push this weight. I was feeling strong today, so we did a triple here. I ended up recording my back off set though, so this was kind of more in that normal rep range for me. So this was 2 plates and a 10, and we hit this for a solid set of 7. So you can see I'm bringing that weight all the way down and all the way up. So I'm bringing it all the way down to the chest. We have a nice soft pause on the chest. And then we are pushing up and through, bringing those chest fibers together, getting a nice squeeze at the top and going from there. So we did 2 plates and a quarter for 3, 2 plates and a 10 for 7. And then we did just a regular 2 plate. We did a third set, 2 plates for 11. Then top set of incline or high incline dumbbell press here. So we're at a 60-degree angle. These are the hundreds. So my goal is to get this up to a set of at least 6 by the end of this meso cycle, by the end of this training cycle. We absolutely will. Today, we're starting at 4. I was gassed after all that low incline pressing. Ended up doing 3 working sets here. So we did 4 with the 100s, 6 with the 90s, and then 8 with the 80s. So kind of that nice progression. Then we went to a machine side lateral here. Went up 10 pounds, 10? Again, 10 pounds, I believe, from our last heavy push day, and we're able to hit a couple good high rep sets here. Again, guys, one thing you'll notice, and this is something I would really place a lot of importance on, is I'm driving my chest into that back pad. I am not letting my chest leave that back pad, okay? Make sure you stay nice and firm within this exercise. Hello! And get a nice full range of motion, and really put as much tension as you possibly can onto those side delts, okay? Again, you're just bringing the arms out, essentially. That's really the only cue you need to know. But you're not, yanking the weight around. You're just bringing the arms up and out, okay? This one feels really good. Incredible tension on the side delts if, again, done correctly, okay? So take that ego out, do it correctly, control that weight on the way down, and get some solid pumps out of this variation. One of my favorite side lateral variations for sure. And now we just anxiously wait for the next clip, because this was a long set. What do I do here in this? How do I fill the void? Man, I don't know. Maybe I should have double sped this one up, but I'm already doing this voiceover and I don't really want to lose it. Here we go with the next clip. Perfect. So we have some machine one-arm tricep extensions here. I cannot take credit for this one at all. This was, again, my boy. He's not. I don't know him. I've never met him before, but I'm a huge fan of him. John Jewett. This was an exercise that he was running in one of his a push day training video from a while ago now, a couple months ago, I believe. I really like this variation. It's a great variation here. Okay, what you're going to want to do is keep that elbow kind of at the midpoint of the pad. And again, it's just essentially a machine extension, but you're leaning up over it instead of like being seated. You're actually leaning up over the machine a little bit. I find that it's much more comfortable like this, and it was, per his recommendation. So I definitely, agreed with it. Felt really good. Was able to get good range of motion. Did 3 working sets there, all in between that 10 to 15 rep range. But I did decrease the weight on the following 2 sets, though, just as a heads up. So then, one arm overhead tricep extensions here, just with the cable. So what I'm doing in this 6-week training cycle is having a day of triceps where both exercises are kind of mirroring and or are direct overhead exercises, like today. And then in our push B session, I will actually be doing 2 exercises that are more tailored towards push downs. You can alternate that. You can do, all your push down movements on one day, overhead movements on another, like I'm trying. Whatever works. As long as you're fitting in that volume and frequency throughout the week, it will work for you, I promise. So again, some one arm overhead cable extension. I know this was not the best camera angle. I apologize. Again, really making sure we're getting a nice full stretch in the bottom of the movement on the tricep and getting that full extension. I know it cuts at the top, but I am essentially straightening the arm all the way out there. Then I recorded calves. Weird. Smith machine calf raises. We're just using 3 plates here. I'm not an expert at the Smith machine calf raises. This is kind of an exercise I don't really do very often, so I'm trying to build up my strength on it. But I was able to do 3 working sets with 3 plates here. I believe we did 2 sets of 10 and then a set of 8. Short rest periods. Again, I'd say somewhere between 45 seconds and a minute and a half at the most on calves. You can definitely do longer if you want. I've just noticed that they, because they are a different muscle group than some of the other larger muscle groups, I think kind of that consistent stimulation is a little bit more beneficial. And then we did an exercise called toe presses. I was actually able to lock this one in for the 3rd set more than the first 2, but this is a pretty good demonstration of it. Now, the only thing you cannot really see from this angle is the stretch portion of this movement. So I'm really trying to drive that heel, or I should say, allow that weight to really stretch that heel down as much as possible. And then we're just pushing through with the toes, hence the name toe press. Okay, so we did 3 sets here. And again, really focus on that stretch and get a nice pump here. I think we still stuck to that like 10 to 12 rep range for it was like 10 to 12 reps for these 3 sets. So 6 total working sets of calves. And after I'm done on this voiceover, which is going to be in a second, I'm going to run up and do my half-hour cardio. So, yeah, I'll see y'all for the outro. Push a workout in the freaking books. Wowza. Wowza. 2 syllables. Wowza. That was a workout, man. And not only was that a workout, that was a grade A, great workout. Awesome workout. Yeah, superb stuff, man. Just phenomenal stuff. 20 out of 10, 50 million out of 10. It was just great stuff. Felt super connected with it. Coming off of a deload too. I will say this, if you have ever deloaded before, sometimes there are days when you come off of a deload and your body still kind of feels a little drawn out, a little fatigued still, a little tired, you know what I mean? Because you're coming off, your central nervous system, was nice and well rested, and now you're coming back and, just blasting it, and it's kind of like, ooh, And then there's other days like today where you come back, you kind of get into it, you get a few sets going, and it's like, whoa, where's this coming from? Yeah, man, we are climbing. Strength is climbing. We are getting closer and closer to some of the goals I set for this off season. This off season, I know that my goal, like for pressing, for example, like on that low incline Smith, was to hit a triple with 3 plates. That was like my goal, somewhere between 3 and 5 reps with 3 plates. And today, comfortably, after some pretty hard pec deck too. So it wasn't like I just jumped right into pressing, and I still want to keep it after pec deck, of course, but hit a triple with 2 1/4. So that was awesome. And it was a good triple. Like, it was a clean triple. It wasn't bouncing off the chest. Nice soft pause at the bottom, nice controlled, eccentric. It was great. It was awesome. So the pressing strength is definitely starting to climb. I've never, I benched pretty heavy in the past, but, I never for like a single rep or anything like that. But I was never like a world record breaking presser by any means. So I have real long arms and all that. So I never really, got ridiculously strong at like a barbell or Smith press. So it was cool to actually hit what I would assume most people would consider a pretty heavy weight for a nice triple like that. So we'll work with that weight till we hit that for 5, and then we will, kind of go from there. So that was great stuff, man. That was great stuff. Felt really good. Like I said, felt nice and strong. It's just awesome. Kind of mixed up. If you guys, have kept up with my series, that was actually very reminiscent of the push day I usually do on Wednesdays. So now you'll see some of those exercises flip-flopped around. Same exercises, just on different days in different orders for particular reasons we can kind of talk about more as we get into that. But anyways, phenomenal stuff, man. Felt really good. Again, felt nice and strong. It was everything and more that I would have wanted out of that push session. So, and I did film calves. Yeah, did film some calves. So you guys can, I always say I train calves. I do. Promise, I filmed it. So really experimenting with doing some heavier calf work for sure. So felt good with that too. Anyways, I'm stopping over at Aldi real quick. Got to grab like 2 things, I think, real quick. So it'll be a quick stop. We'll go home, have my post-workout meal, which is my blended meal. So it's the easiest meal of the day. Super simple. And then just kind of chilling for a couple hours. I do have cardio still today, but that probably will be not till in between meals 3 and 4. So I have a little bit, good, probably better part of 4 hours or so till I'll do cardio. So I got a little while still. So, yeah. So we'll do our half-hour cardio, keep it rocking and rolling on the recumbent bike with that, and go from there, man. That's really all I got left for the day. That's about it, man. So this first episode of Road to Natty Pro, hey, man, it was awesome. Like I said, everything and more I would have wanted out of that push session. Make sure you tune in tomorrow, because we have our horizontal pull day, so a lot of rowing movements, and I'm excited for that. It's awesome. Body's feeling good, feeling excited, feeling ready to. I'm chomping at the bit to get back into the gym already, even though I just left like 5 minutes ago. It's a good feeling. It's a great feeling. So, anyways, make sure you tune in for that. But for today, I am the Natty teacher. And wait a second, hold on here. I got like a whole spiel left. What am I doing here? I got my whole little spiel left. Make sure you like and share the video. Drop a comment below, leave some good feedback, and go from there, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all for subscribing and liking the videos and all that, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all. So I will catch y'all tomorrow. Again, I'm the Natty Teacher, and this episode of Road to Natty Pro is out. I'll catch y'all on the flippity flop.